London is a multicultural metropolis and Europe's largest capital city. In this video, we recommend our 10 favorite areas to stay and the best hotels and attractions in each. London has no central downtown area per se, instead featuring a mix of distinctly different neighborhoods across which the top attractions are spread. Throughout the city, you'll find British historical monuments, palaces, and cathedrals, and some of the world's best museums, many of which are free to enter. There's an extremely rich cultural community, fantastic dining scene, and a vast network of beautiful parks. Bisecting London is the Thames River, with many of the major sites found along the north side. Before we go any further, know that everything you see featured in this video, plus in-depth travel guides to all of Europe's leading destinations, including Paris, Rome, Athens, Barcelona, Amsterdam, Lisbon, and many more, can be found on our site at santorinidave.com. To go with this video, we've made two great maps showing London's best neighborhoods and London's best hotels that we'll link to in the description below. Our number one top suggestion for visitors to London is to choose your accommodation near an underground station. This will help to make it easy to get around to most any of the attractions you're likely to visit during your stay. The Tube, as it's called, is safe, efficient, and easy to use. Our 10 favorite London neighborhoods to stay in are Covent Garden, Kensington Belgravia and Chelsea, Westminster and St James, Soho, City of London, Mayfair and Marylebone, East London, South Bank, Bloomsbury, Fitzrovia and King's Cross, and Greenwich. We begin with Covent Garden, located right in the heart of the city, surrounded by popular theaters and arts venues. In the center of the area is a cobblestone plaza surrounding a restored covered market, which fills each day with visitors, vendors, and street performers. The area is jam-packed with restaurants, cafes, and bars. Covent Garden is also home to the Transportation Museum, Leicester Square, and the Royal Opera House, which is open for tours and features a lovely patio cafe that looks down on the market below. Hotels in this zone tend to be on the expensive side, but also very centrally located, which makes it easier to walk to many of London's main attractions. Some of our favorite hotels here include the Savoy, One Aldwych, Nomad London, ME London, and the Resident Covent Garden Hotel. Next up is the area that includes Kensington, Belgravia, and Chelsea. This upscale zone is well known for its handful of amazing museums, including the Victoria and Albert Museum, the Natural History Museum, and the Science Museum, as well as important art galleries. It also includes vast and beautiful Hyde Park, plus some of the city's most luxurious shopping and dining. This area is home to some of London's priciest real estate, and that includes a variety of the top hotels. Our suggestions here include the Mandarin Oriental, the Berkeley, Bulgari, and the Cadogan. Not far away, Westminster and St James is Britain's center of power. This area is home to some of London's most iconic landmarks and top attractions, including Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, Westminster Abbey, and the Houses of Parliament. Visitors also enjoy the Tate Britain Museum and the large plaza of Trafalgar Square, where the National Gallery, National Portrait Gallery, and St. Martin-in-the-Fields Church are located. From there, the Grand Boulevard of Whitehall is lined with historical statues and monuments. In this area, we recommend the Ritz Four Seasons at Park Lane, the Athenaeum, the Goring, Taj 51 Buckingham Gate, and the Stafford. Soho is home to London's best dining and nightlife, the center of the city's LGBTQ+ scene, and one-time home to some of rock and roll's greatest legends. Very centrally located, it's easily walkable to many of the city's main sites and various shopping districts. Soho is absolutely packed with restaurants, bars, and clubs, and was once but no longer home to the city's red light district. Adjacent is a small Chinatown, the neon lights of Piccadilly Circus, and the very touristy Leicester Square. Some great hotels in Soho include the Resident Soho, the Soho, and Ham Yard. On the other side of town, the City of London, covered in relatively new skyscrapers, is the centuries-old financial capital of the city. From the iconic Tower Bridge over the Thames to the Tower of London Castle, the area is full of major attractions. It's also home to St. Paul's Cathedral and many other churches, plus London's oldest synagogue and Guildhall. The Walkie-Talkie building here is home to the popular Sky Bar with its incredible observation deck bar and restaurant. The best hotels in the City of London are the Four Seasons at 10 Trinity Square, the Pan Pacific London, and Rosewood London. Mayfair and Marylebone are both very old, wealthy neighborhoods that are bisected by Oxford Street. Marylebone is just below the big and beautiful Regent's Park, has a village feel in parts, and is also full of art galleries. Mayfair is just outside of Hyde Park, a quiet and fancy tree-lined neighborhood. Here is home to the Royal Academy of the Arts, as well as many of the top fashion houses, especially for the finest in menswear, along Savile Row. Some of our favorite hotels here include Claridge's, the Beaumont, the Connaught, the Dorchester, Four Seasons at Park Lane, the Langham, and the Marylebone. East London used to have a bad reputation but is now a hip and dynamic area that retains its immigrant roots. Historically industrial, the zone is now a vibrant and artsy scene filled with colorful murals, boutique shops and hotels, and lively nightlife. Spitalfields Market is a local popular attraction. There are a plethora of South Asian restaurants to choose from, and the Sunday flea market along Brick Lane is very popular. It's also a good area to enjoy fish and chips and historical pubs. Staying here is slightly more affordable than the previously mentioned areas, and the neighborhood is home to more locals than tourists. This is also a great spot for boutique hotels. Our suggestions include Batty Langley's, Hart Shoreditch, the Hoxton, and Red Church Townhouse. Next up is the South Bank. Along the Thames here, you'll find many of the city's top attractions, including Europe's largest arts venue at South Bank Centre, as well as the Tate Modern Museum. It's also home to the London Eye giant Ferris wheel, Shakespeare's Globe, and the Shard, a skyscraper with an observation deck and multiple gourmet restaurants high in the sky. Borough Market here is also quite popular, with tons of fabulous food and food stalls with a vibrant history. The best hotels on London's South Bank include Shangri-La the Shard, Sea Containers, and Marriott County Hall. The zone, including Bloomsbury, Fitzrovia, and King's Cross, is centered around the University of London, as well as the gigantic and fabulous British Museum. This area is also a major transportation hub, where King's Cross includes the international train station of St. Pancras, and just on the block is the British Library. There are many hotels in this area to fit most all budgets. Here we recommend the St. Pancras Renaissance, the Bloomsbury, Kimpton Fitzroy, the London Edition, Mandrake, and Montague on the Gardens. And last but not least brings us downriver to Greenwich with its UNESCO collection of museums. Easily accessible on a river ferry, there's a collection of picturesque buildings, a beautiful park, and a charming neighborhood. At the top of a short hill, you'll find the Royal Observatory, with great views of the city off in the distance. On the riverfront, the Cutty Sark is a large, preserved mid-19th century merchant sailing vessel that attracts many visitors, and across the street are the quaint alleyways and indoor Greenwich Market selling gifts and antiques. In Greenwich Village proper, we recommend Admiral Hardy for the best hotel. Check out our other great travel guides that cover where to stay, eat, and go for popular destinations across Europe and around the world at santorinidave.com and across this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.